Thanks so much for coming today. I see faces from all over the world today. This is really, really great. We're so happy today to have Prem Shunyo with us. Thank you, Shunyo, for joining us today. This is going to be a real treat for everybody here in California and the United States. We're looking so forward to having you today. I just wanted to say a couple words about Shunyo before we get started. So, Shunyo has been with Osho since the early 70s. She's originally from London. You probably know a little bit of her biography if you read the intro on our website. It's just so great to have her here. She has so much experience in meditation and so much experience with the life of Osho, living in all of his ashrams and communes all over the world. So Shunyo, thanks so much again for joining us. It's great to have you to lead us into the center of the cyclone today. Appreciate you being here. Thanks, Shunyo. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the invitation, Amritanand and Osho Niranjana. It's quite thrilling to be here and to be able to share two of my favorite meditations, actually, with you today. And Osho has told us many times how life around us is like a cyclone. And it's certainly true today, and it has been for the last 18 months. And I know that everybody is well aware of that. And so this is really an opportunity to find a way to not get pulled out of our center and identified with everything happening around us. And I would like to begin with a very short quote of Osho. He says it better than me, of course. So if you would close your eyes, allow a few deep out breaths, just so that you can feel yourself present. You are at home physically, and now it's time to be at home in a more inner way, so that you can receive these few words from Osho.
And the only knowledge worth calling knowledge is an experience of your innermost center, the center of the cyclone. The feelings, the sentiments, the emotions, these are all cyclone. Thoughts, howsoever decorated, are nothing but the outer part of the cyclone. Your being is utterly silent, still. There is no thought, there is no feeling, there is no emotion, but a pure isness. Its very purity is so virgin that what to say of others, even you have not entered in your virgin soul.
And I'm sure that you can all identify and relate to the craziness that's going on around us. That yes, we are living at a time that is very, very challenging. And as Osho says, it's all on the outside. And how to find that silent space where there is nothing happening. It's almost as though it's similar to the ocean, if you like. That on the ocean there are waves, they rise and they fall. There are great storms happening on the ocean. Much violence, much craziness happening on the ocean. But deep down in the ocean, there is only stillness. And I think it's similar for us, that on the outside there is much happening. And by the outside, I'm also including my thoughts, my emotions, not only physical things happening around me, but things that I'm creating in my own mind. So this is important for me to share with you. And the first time I met Osho, he gave me a meditation to do. And he said to me, come back in 2 weeks and tell me what it's bringing up for you. So after 2 weeks, I went back and I said to him, I just feel happy. I feel more and more happy all the time doing this meditation. And he explained to me how when we're happy, we attract more happiness. And when we're in misery, we attract misery. And it's not against sadness, because of course there are moments in life that are very sad. But it's about where we put our attention most. So if I put my attention in the busy mind and try to sort things out, it gets more busy. And if I put my attention in beautiful moments and really allow them to grow, then they do. So he explained this, and the meditation he gave me, he called it being in the center of the cyclone. And this is what I'd like to share with you to begin today. It's a short meditation, and as you know, Osho loves to get us a little bit active. So it begins a little active. It's a shaking meditation. And in a moment, yes, almost, we're going to stand up. And it has a very particular timing to it. And the timing is that Osho says he wants us to begin by shaking the head, gently shaking the head. And then he says, after a few minutes, just shake the head. After a few minutes, you start shaking your hands and your arms. But you're keeping the lower part of your body absolutely still. After a few minutes, you start shaking your chest and all the upper part of your body. And then he said you start to shake the whole body. But he said, after a moment, put yourself in a really position that you feel good in and continue shaking in that position. Now, for the shaking, I have some very particular crazy music to play for us. So if you like to stand up, find some space in the room, and I'll remind you, we start just gently shaking the head. After a few moments, we start shaking the body, the arms, the top half of the body. After a few moments, we allow the whole body to shake, and we stay with that shaking. And the important thing is, Osho said, make sure you enjoy the shaking. So enjoy the shaking. Put yourself in a position where you can really enjoy every moment of the shaking. And when the music stops, he said, that's when you will be still and you will go to that center inside that is still and silent. So in a moment when the music starts, okay, are you ready? Yes. And with your eyes closed, feel the stillness. Feel. Just bring your awareness to feeling the silent center. And then slowly make your way back to your chair. And let's sit a little longer with our eyes closed. Like a hollow bamboo, rest at ease with your body. As you rest, feel as though inside you are completely hollow and empty, like a bamboo. Osho tells us that the great mystic Tilopa used this meditation. It was the meditation with which he got enlightened. Rest at ease with your body. Like a hollow bamboo. You are sitting completely silent. Your tongue resting in your mouth. mind watching passively, not wanting anything in particular, like a hollow bamboo. Rest at ease. Feel the hollow bamboo. There is nothing to give. There is nothing to get. Everything is absolutely okay as it is. And you may become aware of your breath as it enters into that emptiness. You may notice where it touches your nose and how the breath goes deep, deep down inside. Maybe you even feel how it touches the belly as the belly moves in and out. As you breathe in, the belly moves out. As you breathe out, the belly moves in. Feel this gentle, natural rhythm of the breath. As you rest at ease, like a hollow bamboo. Go with the breath. Feel the breath as it enters and leaves. You are watching the breath in a relaxed way. It is not concentrating. You're simply watching the breath, feeling it. And of course, thoughts will come and go. We're not going to try and stop them. When the thoughts come and you notice that the mind has gone to the thoughts, you simply come back to feeling the breath. giving the thought no special attention. With closed eyes, rest at ease, knowing you are absolutely perfect as you are, and the breath comes and goes. And you are aware of it, just as you might be aware of sounds happening outside, thoughts coming and going. Much is happening on the outside, but you are there, feeling the breath, going deep down inside that hollow bamboo, feeling the breath, the center of the cyclone. And maybe your eyes come open, but you can still be in this space, feeling the breath, feeling the relaxation. Even as your eyes come open, you don't lose it. It is there, this feeling of being relaxed. And some of you might remember how Osho used to dance with us and how he would put us into deep silence, and then suddenly the music would come and he would dance and we would all be going crazy. And I always understood that this is his way of helping us to move in and then move out. Move in and out. And this is what I'm going to do with you today, that we have done a very quiet, relaxing meditation. And then we're going to move into another meditation. And by the end of our time together, we will have some moments if there's anything you want to ask or to share. Sometimes I feel very strange when I bring people out of a very silent space in order to go into another one. I feel almost like a nurse must feel when she wakes up the patient to give him a sleeping pill. So it feels a bit like that. But I would like to share one other meditation with you, and it will take you even deeper. Osho tells us that this technique is one of the very deep methods. It's a method from his Book of Secrets, and it's number 5 in the Book of Secrets. It's called Focus Your Attention on the Third Eye. And you might know how many of Osho's techniques, all of the techniques in the Book of Secrets actually, have a sutra. And the sutra, I think most of you know, is a way of describing the technique in short form. And it's this sutra that I would like to read to you now that goes with focus your attention on the third eye. The sutra is not easy to understand, but it's very beautiful. And Osho then explains the whole meditation to us afterwards. So if you have the Book of Secrets and you want to look it up for more information, it's number 5. The sutra reads like this: attention between eyebrows. Let mind be before thought. Let form fill with breath essence to the top of the head, and there shower as light. So we will be building up energy in the third eye center. We will bring more energy with a breath technique. And then, in the third stage, we will feel how that energy showers like light. And many of the techniques in the Book of Secrets use the imagination. And the imagination is not meditation, but when it's used within a meditation, it brings us to a reality. So energy follows imagination. And so if we start to really feel that light and energy is building up in the third eye, then in fact, it will start to happen. Because our third eye center is very neglected by us. In fact, the Tibetans tell us that the third eye is very hungry. It's hungry for attention. And when we focus awareness here, we're actually giving food to the third eye. So we will do it in this way. With our 2 eyes closed, we will look upwards. So the eyes are closed, but we're looking upwards. And we're looking upwards towards the third eye center. If, as we look upwards like this, our 2 eyes become very, very still, then you know that you have really touched the center. And even if that doesn't happen, still it's worth experimenting with the meditation. That is not the point of the meditation. That is just part of the technique. In the second stage, and I will remind you, you don't have to remember, in the second stage, we will do a breathing technique. In the third stage, we're going to feel how we're standing under a shower of light. So I have music for you that really supports the meditation. Your eyes will be closed. And you will begin looking upwards to the third eye center. Looking upwards with your two eyes closed. This is a very deep meditation. It is also very simple. And it's the easiest way to focus awareness. It's the easiest part of our body to focus awareness. You might see thoughts passing. Just let them pass. No need to get involved. Come back to looking upwards at your third eye. And continuing, looking upwards to the third eye center, keeping your eyes closed, we include a breathing technique. And this is, as you breathe in, feel how you're breathing in prana, life essence. And this essence is rising to the top of your head. So as you continue to look at the third eye, we're bringing more energy there by breathing in essence of breath that's filling your head. Remember how energy follows imagination. We're bringing more energy to the third eye center. You might even touch the third eye center to help you bring awareness there. Looking upwards, focusing on the third eye center. Breathing in prana. Scientists tell us that we breathe in oxygen and different gases. But the mystics say oxygen is only the container, and the content is prana, life energy, vitality. So feel how with each in-breath, you are filling your head with prana as you continue focusing on the third eye. focusing on the third eye center, bringing awareness to the third eye. Breathing in. Take a few deep in-breaths. Feel how you're breathing in prana, life energy, vitality. And then keeping your eyes closed, but no longer focusing on the third eye. Just let your two eyes relax. And let your breathing be natural. No longer feeling that you're breathing in prana. And now remembering how energy follows imagination, we're going to feel as though we're standing under a shower of light. And you can do this standing up. You might want to even raise your arms in a position where you feel you're standing under a shower. And feel how this light is coming from the top of your head and showering down on you. And you will feel it. You are standing under a shower of light. You're bringing your awareness to an energy that is like a shower of light. And this shower of light is refreshing, rejuvenating. Feel it. and then share that energy, send it out into the world. And let's sit down again together with our eyes closed. Simply present, nothing to do, allowing everything to settle and relax.
Like a hollow, like a hollow, like a hollow bamboo.
A few good breaths. An old Sufi saying, just a glimpse of the real man and you're in love. Just the glimpse of a real man and you're in love. We're in a time now where I got a very clear message some years ago. The earth is going through a new birth now. Earth is going through a new birth now. Most people think that the birth of the new earth has to come after wars and famines and huge destruction. And they said, but it doesn't have to be. Your job is to find the skills, the heart skills, to show people a different way. So for years, I was doing programs called Heart Skills for the Coming Times. We're in those times now. The earth, at least in Europe, and best I can tell, most of the English-speaking world is heading into suicidal war and systemic breakdown. And hard to know what's the truth, hard to know who to believe in, hard to, we don't believe in the government particularly anymore. We don't believe in the church anymore. We don't believe in, frankly, after the COVID story, I don't believe the medical system anymore. Who and what do we believe in? And I was walking in the forest and I realized 90% of what I was taught as a young person isn't true. 90%. America's always good and we're fighting for freedom and yeah, right. And then it gets even deeper now. If you work as a psychologist like me, I was listening to some guy he said, we're not the problem, they are. And as soon as you have that mentality, I'm different from them. Same old, same old. In the name of being different, and on the good side, people have done all kinds of horrible things to people who are different, and on the other side. The biggest vision I got after the Grail search was, we're all the same. All of us are the same. We're all the same. Can I sit with somebody owning I'm the same inside? We both want safety. We both want a place for our kids to grow up. We both want to stay warm. We both want dinner tonight. And deep inside, we both want what's good for humanity. Well, not everybody's like that, but that's the story. We're all the same. Can I clear out, when I say 90% of all this stuff, the government is off base, the medical system, then you kind of get a little bit, whenever I say something is wrong with A, B, and C, I write it down very definitely, and then I turn the mirror back at me and say, do I have that in me? I do. My ego is a little Donald Trump that's been running my life all along. My ego is a little Macron who's been running around acting like a French peacock. My ego is the biggest tyrant in town. Not to everybody else, but to me. My ego says, you inside, shut up. I'm busy making other people happy. And I'm not going to let anybody out that doesn't look good to other people. That's your ego. He's a little tyrant. Okay, if I'm not my ego, then what am I? Oh, I'm a suffering mess. I'm a hurt kid. I'm 4 years old and my mommy didn't love me and my father, and I left home to her. If you know presence and you've been with Osho, you know that's not true either. That's not true either. There's no identification. That's you. That's your presence. When people are suffering, I always ask them how big they are and how old they feel. Always. And there's always a younger one and always smaller. Always. And if I take their hand and say, come with me out into the bigger space, come with me out into the bigger space. How old are you here? I'm timeless. What's your name? I don't know. Are you alone? No, I've got 10,000 friends all around me. But if you open your hands and let their light come through you, people start laughing. There's no problem. You can handle it. That's the space you can get to. That's the space that's waiting. And each of us has their own way of journeying it. For me, it's really simple. When I get scared or hurt or, ego protects itself by getting smaller. And most people are so used to living in a protected space that they think that's me. And this smaller one, the smaller you get, the younger your ego is. 6, 8, 4, 12, 15, 20. And then I take people and say, come with me now, just a little bigger than your body. And the sense of self, just a little bigger than the body, that's your adult self. And the adult self's, the keynote of the adult self is, I can handle it. Whatever I'm in, I can handle it. This one, I can handle it. The hurt one, the small one, you have to solve it, I can't have it, is a little kid. Most people just go to there, go to there, go to there. The bigger self, I can handle it. We can work it out together. That's the hallmark of an adult. Then I say, now take me out, come out here into the bigger space. Do you feel alone out here? And out in the bigger space, it looks very alone, starts off very alone. Then you realize, I'm not alone at all. There's old souls, light beings, the silence of the universe. All of this is at my back. All of this is at my back. And if I soften, it will pour through me. And that's where miracles happen. Something bigger than me is coming through now. Something timeless. Osho used to call it from the beyond. You could call it from the beyond. You can also call it from the very, very, very here. It all just depends on which size we're in the size of our consciousness field. And, I live here in Netherlands right now, and it's a crime not to look normal. So if you get in trouble, you have to look normal. And, oh, I'm scared, I'm hurt, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm small. You kind of have to go to that place. But what we have now that people have never had before in history is we can see, okay, my scared self is first gear, but I've got second gear, my adult self. I've got third gear, my bigger self. And I've got fourth gear, my inspired self. And I don't want to spend my whole life driving in first gear, even second gear. Third and fourth gear are available, and that's never, your parents couldn't say that, your grandparents couldn't say. You can say that now. It's available. Okay, friends, I'm going to say thank you. I think that's about as far as I'm going to take this for now. And it's been sharp and it's good. If you have any questions, please type them into the chat. We got a couple of minutes. If not, please just go quiet inside and absorb any of this you can. And we've planted some really good seeds here today. And your being here also says, I'm ready. I'm ready. And if you do me a favor, sometime before you go to sleep tonight, look at yourself and say thank you. It's been a bumpy road. Thank you. Start to give your inner self a whole lot more credit than the normal world would. And you'd be amazed what comes, just like if you have a husband or a wife and you just take them by the hand for a moment and say, thank you for being here. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your being with me. You can turn on your world through that kind of a heart. Okay.